How many of you guys understand the power of a turn? Okay? And being okay with being wrong. Because that's what you want to be right here. You turn a deal because you don't think you have nothing right now. So your goal is you want to be wrong. You want to get paid. The only way you're going to get paid is if you are wrong. And that there is something there. Maybe you just didn't click. Okay? And the problem is subconsciously, we don't like to be wrong. We like to be right, especially alphas. We want to always be right. So we'll make sure that we're right in the turning process when we start selling our partner what we're already sold on. When I turn a deal and I start spewing everything that's wrong with a deal, subconsciously what I'm doing is I'm confirming that I'm right. I'm making sure that I'm right so I can be secure about that. Get comfortable being wrong. That's the goal. Okay? I don't want to be right when it's my money's on the line. I want to be wrong on this one. And then I could always examine it afterwards, and I can go through the scenarios and try to pinpoint what I did wrong, where it went wrong, and I'll figure it out. Sometimes there's no figuring it out. Sometimes you just don't click, and that's okay. But you want to be wrong when you turn the deal. So don't make sure you're right by selling your partner what you're sold on. We're good salesmen. You will sell them if that's what you want to do. Okay? I'll tell you a little story. I call this the Mark Giusti story. Years ago, when I was on the line, my partner Mark Giusti and I, we tend to tag team a lot of times because we were both really good and we just trusted each other. And I had a mother-daughter that came down from the hills. They wanted a very specific vehicle because they had a very specific reason. They needed a cheap truck to simply take the garbage from the house to the end of the driveway because the trash man would not go up the driveway, and it was about a $quarter-mile long dirt driveway. You guys can envision this. This is an old country road, right? She wanted to spend no more than $5,000 because the truck was literally going to sit until one day a week where the trash was loaded and it was driven out to the front. Well, I already knew I did not have a $5,000 truck available. But I walked a lot, I mingled, I walked and talked, and I tried to break conversation, and I tried to figure a way around it. At the end of the day, it just wasn't there for me. I showed her a couple of options, tried to get her to possibly use her $5,000 as a down payment, get something a little more newer, something more a little more reliable. Wasn't working. On my way back, I see Mark Giusti standing there. So I waved him over. I said, Mark. I introduced him as one of our used car assistants. I let him know that he's more familiar with the inventory than I am, and he may know about something coming in that I'm not aware of. Okay? Mr. and Mrs. Customer. Actually, Mrs. Customer and her daughter. This is Mark. Yada yada. Mark does his introduction. I walk away. Okay? When you turn somebody, walk away, because it will not change their mind if you're still standing there. I introduce him. I walk away. I hear him as he says it loudly, almost jokingly. He says, I don't have a $5,000 truck, but I got a nice convertible Miata right there. And I hear them giggle, and then I hear her say, the mother, oh my God, I love those. I've always wanted one. And sure as shit, they drove away in a convertible fucking Miata. Okay? Guys, you never fucking know when you turn a deal what's going to happen. That's why it's so powerful. That's why you want to be wrong. Most of the time, we're tunnel zoned on whatever it is we're focused on, and we don't see outside of those blinders. And you put a brand new face in there, magic happens. That's the power of a turn.